Okay, good. Okay, guys, so is everybody happy it's Friday, first and foremost?
Yes.
Yes? No?
Yes.
So, how's everybody doing today? Good? Everybody having a good day so far? Everybody wake up? Everybody have a full stomach?
No.
I'm the same way. I don't eat breakfast. I don't think. But yeah, I'm glad to see everybody here today because I think everybody's here today, huh? Except Uriah, right? Everybody except Uriah? Awesome. So since we're gonna start this lesson, let's look back at some of this stuff real quick. You guys are gonna be identifying these and doing this together. So first, let's identify a noun. So everybody can say a noun, which we know, right? Everybody say noun. Noun. So who can give me an example of what this is? Or not an example. Who can tell me what it is?
A noun is a person, place, or thing.
Noun, person, place, thing. Awesome. And then we'll go into talking about an example each. Okay. Next is the verb. Natalia.
A verb is where you use it.
Correct. So any type of action, right? So an action committed by a noun. Now let's go on. Let's go on to a little more complicated. So everybody say adjective.
Adjective.
Awesome. So, what is an adjective? Go ahead.
It is a word.
Correct. It's pretty much a describing word. It describes the noun, right? It describes the noun. Good job. Now let's talk about a pronoun. Everybody say pronoun. Pronoun, okay? What is a pronoun? Okay. If not, if you don't know, or if you guys don't know yet, why don't you guys share with your partner real quick? Go ahead, share with your partner. What do you think it is? It doesn't matter if it's correct or incorrect. What's the name with your partner? What's something that you guys understand?
What?
Okay, guys, so let's refocus, guys. Awesome, eyes up. Awesome. So a pronoun, did we come up with an idea? Did anybody come up with any idea? A little bit? Okay, so if we don't know, we'll work at this together. So remember, when we say our definition, we'll say a pronoun is a word that substitutes for a noun. So you guys know how that is, right? A pronoun, instead of saying, I could say Mrs. Balink's class, I could say they, right? Or it's just not as in-depth, right? It's not, what's it called? It's not a personal thing. So it's not like saying Mr. Michael, I could say he, right? Awesome. So let's continue on. So superlative adverb. Tricky, right? Has any of us ever heard that before? Yes? No? A little bit? Okay, so superlative adverb. Can everybody say that? Good, way to echo. So let's say a superlative adverb is, it expresses a high degree of quality. So that's an interesting definition, but it's not that bad. It's like saying, Mr. Michael can eat, let's say, Mr. Michael, or let me just think of an easy way to do it. I could say that Angel is the fastest in the class. Fastest. Okay? That's what it would be. You would say that it's at the end, right? To show that it's the most, right? Okay? So another example could be that McDonald's is the greatest fast food restaurant, right? So you can say greatest. That's not 100% true, but that's just an example, okay?
Yes, unhealthy but cheap.
Yep. I like
And
that.
they don't even make their food right half the time. Most of the time it's stale.
Yep, Walker, but let's refocus. Awesome job, Walker. Thank you for giving us your insight.
That's you.
So let's go on to prepositions. Prepositions. Everybody say prepositions.
Prepositions.
Awesome. What are prepositions? Do you guys have an idea? You guys can talk it over with your partner for about 30 seconds. So let's try this out. Good. Glad you guys know that, right?
Yeah.
Good. So prepositions. So they are words used to connect nouns, pronouns, phrases in a sentence. And we'll go over that more as we continue, okay? But that's the first part. Now we'll go on to the next. Next is a conjunction. We have two more to go over. Linda, what do you think?
A conjunction is a word that combines two sentences together.
So a word that connects sentences or clauses. Correct. Good job. Now the last one is a homograph. Homograph.
A word that sounds that's spelled like another word but sounds different.
It means different.
Yes.
You're right. It's a word that's going to be spelled the same. It can be pronounced different. You're right, but it has a different definition. So let's go over some examples real quick, So a noun. Who wants to give me an example? Because I know a lot of you guys can name a noun. Go ahead.
Italian, isn't it?
Perfect. Yes, that's a person.
What do you mean? You're a big Italian.
Italia is special today. But you could say that there's a desk. You guys could say anything is a noun, right? A person, place, or a thing. You could say McAuliffe is a noun. That's a proper noun. Or you could say just the school is a noun. Okay? So what I put in here, you guys can see I put a couple names that you guys would know as people, because that is a noun, right? People. Let's go on to a verb. I gave you guys some examples, but could you guys give me some examples of a verb? Go ahead and give your partner one example. Go ahead.
Jump.
There's some ideas up there to help that you guys can overall come up with examples. Okay. So let's get back to refocusing, guys. Awesome. So what do we think?
The kid ran away.
What? Ran away. Ran is a verb. Awesome. So now let's go on to adjectives. Okay, an adjective. What's an adjective again, remember?
Word that describes a noun.
Awesome. And what can we use? Does anybody have any examples that we can share with each other? Okay. So let's do this. I will just show you guys then. We'll come up with them. Okay? So we have calm, brave, obedient. Those are different adjectives, okay? Because they're describing the noun, right?
Yes.
Because I could say, Mrs. Balink's class is brave, right?
Yeah, brave.
And I use that because that's the password, right? To Zoom?
Yeah. Brave.
Okay, so let's do this now. Let's go with the pronoun. Remember, let's think about what pronoun was. What was a pronoun?
Oh, it was a word that fills in the noun.
Yes.
A word that
So
describes a noun?
it not describes a noun, but takes place of a noun. So here's some examples, guys. Everybody can look up. And we have she, he, they, and them, right? Those are some basic ones that we are used to, right? Especially when we were in kindergarten or first grade, we probably use those a lot, right?
Yeah.
Now, superlative adverbs. Remember, that's just showing the extreme of something or the most of something. So, what are some examples? Remember, I gave you guys an example last time. I said fastest, greatest. What are some other ones? Slowest. That's correct. Yes. Happiest. Awesome. And the reason why it works. Go ahead, buddy. Saddest. Yes. And yeah. So here's some of them: fastest, slowest, tallest. Okay. Now prepositions. Remember, go back to prepositions. What was that one more time? Okay. And we'll get some examples so we can come up with it too and remember it. So here's some examples so we can get over it. So at and on. These are some basic common prepositions, okay? Awesome. Let's continue on so we can get through this. You guys are doing such a good job and I'm really happy for you guys. Conjunction. What was a conjunction? So think about an example.
A word that connects two sentences.
Yes, and do you have any examples? And awesome. Does anybody else have any examples?
Or.
Raphael? Natalia, did you have one? No, that's okay. And awesome. So yeah, we said a good job. So here are some. So we have and, but, or. Okay, good job. Now a homograph. Okay, let's review. Okay, a homograph means it has the same spelling, it can be pronounced different, and it probably has a different definition. So can anybody give me an example of one? Bow and vowel. Perfect. Because there's a difference. We have the bow, and then we got vowel. Go ahead.
2 and 2.
2 and 2, correct. I like to go to the movies too. There's 2 dogs, so two. And there's also, of course, the other two. So there's three T's. Go ahead.
C and C.
C and C.
Like
Yes.
C and
C, what you're thinking is of the ocean, and C as an animal. Correct. Yes.
bat and bat.
Bat to bat. Yes. And that's actually one of the examples I have, because these are some basic ones. So bat and bat. So we can say a baseball bat and a bat like Batman, right? And then we have a bass, which is when you sing very low.
And an instrument.
And then we have, yeah, maybe an instrument, it's something very low pitched, or we can say bass, as in a fish.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, and then we have row, as in we could say, look at that row of children, or that row of people. And then we also have row, as in.
Whoa.
Funny story, one time we went to Lake Buena Vista, and what happened was, one of the boats messed up, and I actually had to row a boat with one paddle. Kind of funny. And the funny part about it is that when I did, I was the only adult pretty much on it, so I had to row it all the way inshore.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't think it was tiring until I started. So let's do our I can statements and let's repeat them. So first, I can expand sentences. That means make sentences larger. So let's say that. I can expand sentences. So everybody say it one more time.
I can expand sentences.
Awesome. Now, objective 2, or I can 2, I can shorten sentences. So let's say it. I can shorten sentences. Awesome. Awesome. So now, let's identify an adverb. Let's identify the noun, adverb, and verb in this. So go ahead and talk it over with your partner for about 10 seconds, 10, 20 seconds. Go ahead and talk about some of these. The short sentence that we can identify the verb, the noun, the adverb, Okay, so let's refocus. Let's refocus. Awesome. Natalia, what do you have?
The sun is the noun, the verb is shine, and the adverb is rain.
Perfect. Do we all agree? Thumbs up if we agree?
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Let's go on to the next question. So, identify the objective. It says Ethan is a fast runner. What would be our adjective? Okay. Go ahead and talk it over 10 seconds with your partner, and then we'll come back. Okay. So ready? Let's do this again. Awesome. So what did we come up with? Go ahead, Max. Fast, correct. So the adjective is fast. And you guys see the flash there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say this. They are the best at Macaulay. Let's identify our pronoun. Remember our pronoun. So now, go ahead and talk it over 10 seconds as well with your partner. Remember, the pronoun is simplified. It's not a proper noun because a proper noun is a specific place. Good job. So, okay, let's refocus. Linda, what do you think?
Class.
Almost, but class is just a noun, right? Class would just be a noun. Maverick?
Best.
Not best. Remember, pronoun. You're getting close, though. You guys are getting close. Natalia, what do you got? They, that is our pronoun. Remember, that's the simplified of the class. So, they. A little tricky. Okay, here you guys go. Because I know some of you guys like Fortnite, right? So identify the superlative adverb. Ricky is the greatest at video games. So what would be our superlative adverb? I know this may not be true, but this is probably not true, but let's figure it out. 10 seconds with your partner, and then we will come back and answer this. Okay. So I see hands up, and let's refocus if everybody's ready. Mason, I like how you rose your hand this time.
Greatest.
Greatest, correct. Now let's go on to preposition. So he is at home. Okay? This one's a little tricky, right? So yes, I put a mansion up there just to. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I wish. I saw the 2 water slides going into the pool, and I was like, oh man, that sounds amazing, right? So what do we think? You guys can talk it over real quick with the part of preposition. What do we think that is? Okay, so let's come back. Let's refocus. What do we think, guys? If anybody has any ideas, let's raise their hand. Okay. Go ahead, and At is. So in this case, it would be at, but okay? At. But is would probably be with it. But at is where it's just linking it to, so with that, okay? Now, identify the conjunction. And Mason, I know that was for you practically. Okay? So I said Mason loves Lamborghinis but hates Ferraris.
Whoa.
And it's not true, it's just a sentence.
I was about to say.
He just doesn't like Teslas.
Who said that?
Who
doesn't like Teslas?
So let's focus, guys. Okay. So go ahead and talk with your partner. What's the conjunction in this one? Okay, remember this combines the two sentences, so let's figure out a conjunction. Okay. Well, let's fast. Does anybody have any answers? You guys can raise your hand if you guys know. Okay. So in this one, Natalia, you had your hand up first. Awesome. Okay, last one, homograph. So what I want you to do, there's no specific homograph that I'm going to give you, but all I want you to do is talk with your partner about the homographs. Go ahead and talk to your partner. Give an example of another homograph you may know. Remember, typically it's the same spelling, but different. Same spelling, different meaning. Similar, it's supposed to be. That's why I did it, so that way you understand that they have the same spelling, they're very close, but they mean differently, or it can be pronounced differently, right?
They look the same if they're different.
So let's get some ideas. What do you think?
2 and 2.
Okay, that would be correct. So what else, guys? That and that, possibly. Let's think about some other ones. So let's look back at what we had. Remember, we had bat, because that's spelled the same, right? We know that that is spelled the same, and they're two different objects, guys. So, what is another one that we can think of? Something very simple. There and there. Correct. So there's a lot of little things, right, that we can come up with, right? So let's review what we went over today. So we went over expanding sentences. We went over shortening sentences. Let's talk about that. How do we make a sentence larger? We can combine sentences by using what? Conjunctions. Yeah, we can combine sentences using conjunctions. That'll make it longer. And if we want to shorten it, right, we can do what else do we do to shorten stuff? We can change out a noun to a pronoun, right? And we can do other stuff like that in order to create it to make it smaller. So how did we feel about expanding sentences? Did we expand on how to expand sentences? Do we have a thumbs up? We understand? Okay. And what about shortening sentences? I really appreciate all you guys' thumbs up, and I really am awesome for that. So let's see, how do you guys feel about it? Thumbs up, thumbs down for shortening? Thumbs up, or thumbs down, or side? What do you guys think? Good. Okay, so the next lesson, if we were to do this, would be comparing English dialects. That would be the next, but we won't worry about that because we're not learning that today. So go ahead, you guys, and begin your guys' lesson now, because that's going to help you guys with most of it. And you guys can get started. And I will walk around, help, and do whatever is needed. So good job, guys. And also I'll put some up here so we can get an idea of, not the examples, but the definitions so you guys can have. I'll put these ones right here because this one has the most, so you guys can see if you guys need any help understanding what's going on. Okay? So thank you guys.